Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. We're currently here on the 4-hour chart and yeah, it's currently working out in the bearish way. We're dropping further. Talked about that in the last video that we actually do expect lower levels as long as we hold below that 61.8% Fibonacci level at 96 cents, because you are here, or we are in a downtrend, and as long as we are in a downtrend we have to expect trend continuation until we see anything different in the charts, and we didn't see anything different in the charts. Told you anyway that I think at least we need to actually at least see a spark of a new uptrend. We need to move above that $1.01 level. Now we're quite far away from that. We're currently just again at 87 cents. What happened here? We saw here that descending wedge, which yes, it is a sort of a bullish pattern, but we expected still further continuation to the downside as long as you are below 96 cents and even $1.01. So we need to move above that level anyway. So we obviously broke out to the downside. We came back up. We moved all the way down to 85 cents. So as you can see, we are coming closer and closer to the next target, which is here at 75 cents. That is the next support level that we talked about. And I told you that if we drop below that swing low here at 87.6 cents, that my view is that we should get fairly quickly down to that level. But that I think I mentioned in the previous video that there should be some support, I think around 85. Let's take a look at the VPVR, because I used the VPVR for that. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, there is a cluster, isn't there? It's quite a bit of support, but let me just zoom in. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of support here due to the due to that accumulation phase and historical volume, but that you really see that spike down here around the area of 80 to 75 cents. I think if you lose the 80 cent level, then you probably get down to 75. So we're on our way. Yeah, we lost previous swing low, but there seems to be still quite a bit of support from the previous trading activity here. Historical volume that creates volume profile on the VPVR, which means that we have a little bit of additional support. So basically you can assume that any of these previous swing lows or even swing highs here is providing a bit of support. So we've got here, for example, that exactly here, that 86 cent level, and we've got the 82 cent level, and we've got the 78 cent level and 75. So that could all provide here some support on the lower time frame here for the next move down. We can currently see that we are dropping in line also with Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin's weakness, but Cardano can't really get above that level as it seems. So yeah, we are getting closer as well to the target area here, which is located between the 88.7% Fibonacci level and the 78.6, so between 30 and 55 cents. So Cardano still has a lot of space. So let's say Bitcoin really has another 30 to 40% drop as we expect. Cardano has a bit of a buffer before it gets into that area. So it could even move all the way 65% down and would still be in the target area. So that gives me a bit of reassurance, because it means that it can hold still very important levels, and realistically it can really hold above the 88.7% Fib level, which a lot of altcoins probably aren't going to do, because they are going to drop just too much. If they drop below that 88.7, that is for many altcoins the last bullish resort, from where then if they drop below that, we look at, for many altcoins, really low prices, and we then need to look at what that means in terms of their survival. Now what we also need to understand is that many of the altcoins that I cover, they should be good, in my opinion. They should be good. Okay, so where else are we here? So looking at the indicator on the 4-hour, we can see there is no sign of recovery at the moment. 4-hour MACD turning down, negative trend on the RSI. Here on the RSI, actually nearly oversold now on the 4-hour chart. That is probably why we saw a little bit of a recovery here. We also see here a very potentially slight no, you don't. Oh, good. No, but we are nearly oversold on the 4-hour end. We have that negative trend. We have that short signal on the ADX and DI, where you can see down here that we see actually the red line going higher, and the trend going higher. That means the downtrend is getting stronger and stronger. So that has nothing to do with a potential recovery. Here as well, what I said in previous videos, that reduction of the negative momentum seems to be slowing down, and it's now nearly flattened out, and the next step would be to see further continuation to the downside. So bullish crossover on the daily MACD avoided. In line with that, we can see on the daily the RSI is also here at around 35. So again, further potential to further drops possible. So I would expect, in line with Bitcoin, another drop, maybe to, here 77, 78 cents, and then we would see another recovery like Bitcoin as well. That's currently my view here about ADA. Still, I believe that in terms of where we are on the higher level wave count, that we should end our wave 5 here in the yellow target area. This would also be a higher level degree wave 2. And as part of that wave 2, we have a wave C. So we are really in the last meters of the correction. It's just a question, what do you define as last meters? Could still take a few more months. And to be honest, it could still be a 50% drop from where we are now. So that is what we just have to assume. I told you all the way along that also on this way up, that until we move above really 126 or even better 163, even though that's quite far away, the downside potential is still very, very much there. And yesterday in the live stream, we talked about an interesting quote. I can't remember from who it was, but an interesting quote about trading that basically said, I can't really repeat it one by one, but it was like, it's basically when you enter a long trade, and you might be a bit late, when you want to get confirmation, but at least you avoid the risk that you're turning down again. So on this channel, I made you aware that as long as we are still below that 163, there is still very, very much downside potential there, and there is another realistic possibility for a drop. So therefore I left this target area on the chart all the time, and we're getting closer and closer again to it. That level that 163 level here is structurally so important for the chart. So therefore that is very, very highly relevant. But in a first instance, before we get to that, we first would need to move above $1.01 anyway. Then 126, that's the next key level. That's a short-term, very important level. As you can see here, resistance, 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 support here on the left-hand side. But we're quite far away from that. Actually move the opposite side at the moment. Yes, so that is my view here about Cardano. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. And if you're interested in participating in my video trading course, then check out the website. Link is in the description. I'm currently publishing chapter by chapter. There will be 15 chapters. First one has been released yesterday. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.